first part, I got really into one or two stories, and the second part, I want to go through just some like really basic questions that I thought would be fun. So here we go. The first one is, what is your star sign? Or like astrological sign. I am an Aries. I don't know a lot about the star signs. I know that my like animal is a ram, which I think is super cute. I know Aries are supposed to be like, at least if I'm remembering this right, I haven't looked this stuff up in a really long time. Kind of like short-tempered, I want to say. I'd say they're like, okay, we're a fire sign. It seems like we're maybe a little short-tempered, kind of like strong-minded. I would say like passionate is a good word, in sort of a like, you know, we'll like fight for something that we're really, you know, set on. I might be like, that's the gist that I remember reading, but again, I'm not an expert. So on my own star sign, I'm not an expert, but I feel like I really relate. I feel like, I'm going to shift into some soft speaking. I feel like the fire sign aspect is like where I relate the most. But anyway, favorite color is a big one, and I really don't know how to answer. Like, that sounds stupid, but I feel like as you get older, like obviously your favorite color matters more when you're in like second grade than it does when you're like 20. But I don't know, I feel like, okay, my favorite color to wear is like black. My favorite color though, like sometimes it's like, you know, like blue, like light blue, but a lot of times I feel like it's like pink. Like if I'm on like a game or something, then I'll like make all my armor like pink or like purple or something like that. So I guess my favorite color is like some variation of pink, but you don't see that like in anything like in real life. You don't see that. It's only like in my video games. But I don't know. Speaking of video games, lately I've been playing, unsurprisingly, Animal Crossing New Horizons. I won't talk about it too much because I'm sure you've already heard. I've been playing the Animal Crossing series since I was like 9. Sadly, I haven't played all of them though. I've played like Wild World, and I played some of New Leaf, and then I played some New Leaf, took a little break, like switched like where my room was in my house and moved all my stuff, lost my DS in the shuffle, and then New Horizons was coming out, so I was like, okay, well I guess I'll just go to New Horizons. So like I really haven't like played that much of any of the old series, but I got Wild World and I just played that off and on for like years, which is so funny now because I've tried to return to it before, and I'm like, wow, like Wild World was like pretty bare bones, and I'm like, the GameCube one was probably like really bare bones, but it's like, it's a GameCube game, so it's automatically, you know, it's got some, you know, clout. I have heard that the GameCube one's a lot of fun though, and I'm sure it has a lot of features that are very unique to the GameCube one, which is cool. So kind of mainly what I've been playing lately. I've also been playing Zelda Ocarina of Time, which is like really good so far. The only Zelda game I've played is Breath of the Wild. Like you can definitely tell that, like based on what I've said so far, like what type of like, you know, like gamer I am, which isn't much of a gamer honestly. But I loved Breath of the Wild so much. Like that's still my favorite game in the world. I played through it on regular mode and just completely procrastinated the final fight with Ganondorf because I was like, I don't want this game to end. And then like spoiler alert, you go through the final fight, but then, like, you know, when you go back into the open world, it's before you fought him. So it's not like, you know, you fight him and you come back and, like, you know, Hyrule's just, like, completely fixed or whatever. It's like you come back and it's like you never fought him. Which I didn't know. So I was kind of like, it was bittersweet. I was kind of happy because I was like, oh, my game's not over. Like, I can still, you know, do stuff. But I was like, oh, like, I just beat him, and that was not like, it's like I didn't even beat him. But obviously the second one's coming out, so I'm sure that'll change my mind on that, and it'll be great. But yeah, I also played through it on Master Mode, and I actually think I left off, like, where kind of the only big thing I had to do was fight Ganondorf on that. I mean, other than, like, you know, like, if I want to get all the Koroks, I know I don't have all the shrines yet, but I have the DLC, so I did all of the Divine Beasts, and got the Divine Beast Plus, and I got, like, the Master Cycle, and stuff like that, but, like, it's been a few months since I've been on Breath of the Wild, so I think that's where I left off. I don't know. Let me think what else. Getting to know you questions. Oh. Pets. How many pets do you have? I will list and count them because I have a lot. So as far as, like, I don't know, whole house pets, I have 2 dogs. I have a beagle, and I have a terrier mixed with, like, some form of mutt. They're very fun. So that's 2. I have a fish. I have a baby snake. I have a baby corn snake, which is very cute, and I want to put in some videos, but it's like, corn snakes can be kind of a lot to handle. So, like, you know, I can handle her fine, but she's, like, constantly moving, so I don't know how I would really go about juggling her in a video, but I'll figure it out. So that's 4. I have a leopard gecko, which I adore. That was my first reptile and my introduction into, like, the reptile hobby or whatever you want to call it, and I love all of them, so that's great. And then, so that's, like, everything in my house, but between my boyfriend and I, he has a lot of exotic pets too, which are, you know, we kind of share them. So he's got 2 tarantulas, which right off the bat is like, whoa, 2 tarantulas. The one's very sweet, the other one's very young, so he's just completely unhandleable because he's just so fast. But the other one I have handled before. I was terrified, but she was very sweet and unafraid, so it was fine. He has a scorpion. He used to have 2, but one of them sadly passed away, so scorpion. What else does he have? He has a piranha. He has, like, all of the pets that you think you couldn't get just as pets from the pet store, but you can. He did have a bearded dragon and a turtle a while ago. Oh, I totally forgot. I have a turtle too. So I have a turtle here. I'm a bad pet mom, apparently. I forgot about my turtle. Which you might be able to hear, like, clanking in the background because he's digging in his gravel a little bit. He's a yellow belly slider, which is what my boyfriend's turtle was too. We got them at the same time. They were, like, tank mates. But yeah, as far as turtles go for pets, because I know a lot of people, I don't know why, it's like an internet thing to like turtles. And a lot of people want them as a pet. And, like, I love that, but there are a lot. I think that what I see recommended a lot now is, I think it's called a stink pot turtle. And I think they're called that because they actually do have a little bit of a smell, but they're aquatic, so it's not like you're really handling them anyway. Like, they need stuff to bask in. You have to look this up. Like, don't just take my word for it. But I'm pretty sure they're, like, aquatic and they need a little thing. And the reason they're recommended so much is because they're small and they stay small. Because obviously, like, the biggest problem people have with pets is that they get them when they're small and then they grow. Like you do. So, like, the yellow belly slider, he has a big tank with a heater, a filter, like, special gigantic lights and, like, light, you know, fixtures and stuff. And he's gonna get pretty big. So, like, even though I got, like, you know, the turtle setup from the store and like, you know, made adjustments so that it was like just right for him and whatnot. Like, and it's very big. He's gonna get bigger, and you know, it's like, I'm gonna need to upgrade his tank, is what I'm saying. Like, even though it's already huge. So it's like, if you're gonna get a turtle or something like that, like, you need to be prepared, you know? Like, I'd love to get a tortoise, but it would outlive me, and it would be giant. Like, I would need a yard. It'd be like, do you want a dog or do you want a tortoise, like, to use for this fenced-in backyard? And then you get to, like, pick your favorite child to leave him to in the inheritance. Like, you get Tortimer, he's all yours. He's 102 this year. Yeah, so that's a little bit of an introduction to me. Just, like, some really basic stuff. I feel like I'm not, like, all that interesting. There's definitely more that I could think of. But, like I said, this is just a pretty chill little intro video. Like, you know, whatever. We're just chilling and hanging out together. I like these because I feel like I'm sitting with, you know, some, like, everybody says it's about, like, mukbangs and stuff like that. It's like, you're sitting with a friend, eating, relaxing. And it's so funny because it's like, for me, it's like you know, I mean, for you too, it's a one-sided conversation. So, it was kind of funny to just go to talk about yourself for a while and not have another person, you know, to go back and forth with. I see that as like not a complaint, but like sort of like a struggle for a lot of like people getting into like mukbangs and stuff, mukbangs. Is they're like, I don't know when to talk and when to eat. And it seems like in these two that I've just done, I've done more talking than eating. But I want to try to get a good balance if I start doing these more. I'm not going to be doing these like every week or anything, because like I don't have that much to talk about. But I want to do them every once in a while. And I definitely just try to divvy up, because I don't like it when I'm watching one of these and somebody talks for 10 minutes and then they eat for 10 minutes, because I'm skipping through the YouTube video by like 10 seconds at a time, trying to find where they stop eating and start talking again. So I like it when it's just a brief pause for a bite of your food and then continue talking. So this was fun. I hope that you got to know a little bit more about me, just kind of like personality wise. I only answered a few questions, but I hope that my answers kind of reflected more about me than just, you know, me saying like my favorite color's, you know, my favorite color's pink, I have 10 pets, and like this and that, you know, just having a little conversation with you. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you want to, you can subscribe. Please leave a comment and let me know. In my last video, I asked you soft speaking or whispering. This video, I ask you just what kind of, you know, if I do another one of these, would you like to see that? And if so, what are, you know, some questions you have for me, or any topics you want to hear me talk about? And if you don't want to see another one of these, what kind of ASMR triggers do you like? Are you a food person? Are you a softer, crunchy person? Are you a tapping person? What are you? Let me know, and that's what I'll do. So thanks for watching, and bye.